Good morning. This is actually my second attempt this morning. Uh, Excuse me a minute. Hmm. I had gone and videoed and I showed what I do. You know, I said my artwork. This is a clock I'm making. You can see where the mechanism goes through the wood here. That I have to put the numbers and everything on yet. Um, but I try to show you some of the other artwork I had on my walls, and when I moved the camera, it cut out. So, you know, ticked me off, but I didn't break anything, which is usually what happens when I get really angry. So let me just readjust this now. And I can, yeah, without disconnecting me again. Okay, that's better. Uh, so yeah, I went and talked about Donald Trump and how upset he is that he's been calling for public demonstrations outside the courtroom, and every time he shows up, there's nobody there. Well, today they said there was nobody there. You know, like nobody gives a shit about this guy really, and that's pretty much it. You know, he doesn't have a lot of people showing up at his rallies. I don't think he's going to win the election. But you know what? You got all these people in the background. You know, you got the Chinese, the Russians, everybody else messing with our politics. Who knows what's going to happen? You know, if the election will even take place, something could happen that could cause the election not to happen. You know, a pandemic, anything. You know, so we don't know. Uh, that's pretty much the story for the weekend, I guess. Um, no big reveals in his trial. You know, I think the next person we should go after, though, is to get rid of is Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's a real screw up. You know, I think she's got some, I think she's got some issues. You know, besides being a narcissist and wanting her name in the paper all the time. Uh, she'll never be president. That much I can tell you. She's never going to hold a committee chairmanship, and even if Trump gets elected, I doubt if she'll hold it because she'll get impeached because she's too wacky. She's too, you know. She reminds me of some of the girls I knew back in the day that used to hang around Times Square and whatnot, doing $10 oral sex. You know, I mean that's what she reminds me of. She's just she's a waste of a human being. She's just, you know, and I don't think those girls were all wastes. I think they had their personal problems. This one's got some serious problems, and the problem is that she's in a position that she can make her problems our problems, which I, you know, find somewhat bothersome. I think that's the term I was looking for. And I also said that when I was doing the other video that you want to know what the election is about. Warren Zevon does a song, and it explains everything. It's called "Lawyers, Guns, and Money." That's what the election's about, folks. Excuse me, I'm choking to death here. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. All right, so what else do we have going on? All right, we had the draft last night. I haven't seen all the results. I know that the guy Caleb got picked first by Chicago. He's supposed to be the, I don't know, world-class player. He's supposed to be the best quarterback ever, or something along those lines. I don't know. We'll see. Very few of those guys that come in with that pedigree ever succeed 100%. Because they read their own reviews and they don't have to pay attention to the coaches, so they end up getting crap kicked out of them. Giants are going to be stuck with Daniel Jones. The question is, will they even bother to win a game this year? Wow, that's something. They did a thing about what the kickoffs are going to look like next year. These guys are all lined up 5 yards apart. That ought to be insane. What else am I looking at? Let me take a look. I will be right here. Take a look at the other news channels while I'm doing this. I look at them all, but sometimes I forget, and sometimes something happens while I'm getting ready to do this, because I do my music before I do this. I put up my 3 songs, you know. I found a great version of Heroes by Crimson King this morning. It was really good. Um, so, what can I tell you? What's the headline here I see? Lower court, Manhattan courtroom just dealt the fatal blow to the Trump mystique. So let's see what's going on. It's not worth the effort. Too much advertising coming in too. I don't need that. Jim Jordan is coming after Coca-Cola on behalf of Joe Rogan's podcast. Okay. Jim Jordan shows how Trump would pressure private companies to do his bidding. Oh, there was a guy asked a question, and the answer came back kind of weird. If Trump assassinates or orders, Trump gets elected president. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on a sec. So I read it. I want to read it right. I think it's from my home. I think it's from CNN. We shall see here. Let's see for a second. Yeah, it says that if he gets immunity, and he went out and he, what's the terminology? Ordered an assassination. Could he be held? Could it be considered an official act? And would that mean that he had immunity for it? And the lawyer in the case says, yeah, it could be, that he gets away with it. And I'm saying to myself, this is not what you want to give this guy. I mean, it's what they're asking him to do. They absolutely have to realize they're not going to get. But what they're trying to do, basically, I think, and this is why they're celebrating it as a victory, is that he's not going to have to stand trial on the documents case till after the election, in which case he'll just, make it go away somehow or another, being that he's going to be in charge of everything. That's, I can't understand. I'm sorry I keep joking. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting congested. I don't know. I hope I'm not coming down with anything. Because Tuesday, I go for cancer surgery. It's skin cancer, folks. Relax. I have 5 little spots that have to be taken off. They're going to try and do them all in one day. It's not the surgery it hurts. It's the injection of the pain, the sedative that hurts like hell. And I mean, hurts like hell. But we'll see about that. That's Tuesday. I don't know. So I probably won't be there Tuesday. I don't know. We'll have to see, unless it's in the afternoon or the evening, because I'm going to be getting ready. We have to leave early, sit around and wait for an hour when I get there. This is all, because my wife says we have to be there by 1:30, which means that I'll be there at 12:30 and sit around for an hour and get very uncomfortable and everything, So that's my wife, though. We got to get there early. Okay, so there's nothing really, nothing there. How about ABC News? And you say, well, you're only doing 2. Yeah, but I've got there are 3 different articles that come up. It's just like, I don't know who's paying attention right away. CNN is not exactly something that comes up that's on top of everything. It's not breaking news by the time I get it. Everybody else has it. Okay. Uh, they look like his stock is going up pretty good today. That's I just don't think it's a good investment. I mean, it's too unstable. It depends too much on an individual. It's sort of like why there's so much trouble with X or Twitter, whatever you want to call that stupid thing, because Musk is too unstable. You know, I mean, I don't know how he survives because and how he makes money. He's got to have a great group of thieves or something working for him because he's just not. Uh, doesn't seem like he's that stable. You know. Let's see. Oh, the Ukraine is trying to get its men of military age to come back home. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go home and get shot. Yeah, hello. If I want to go to war, I'll walk in. You try. If I don't want to go to war, I ain't coming home. Yeah, I never. We had a. Nah, that's not a good story. We'll let that one go. You won't know what I'm talking about if I do that one. Not that you know what I'm talking about anytime, anyhow, because I wander around so much. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Oh, I wiped out something, didn't I? Oh, okay. Let's go this way then. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Oh, yes, I know what I wanted to tell you. You've been getting, and I just found out there's a music introduction that can go 2 minutes or to 2 to 3 minutes before you get to see the video. And I think that's affecting my video. Well, I spent an hour yesterday trying to figure out how to get rid of it. I don't know what I did, but I got rid of it yesterday. So I'm going to try and figure out what happens today. I'm not putting it on. It's going on automatically, and I don't know how to stop it. So, I'm sure there's, if I ask, I've asked, but nobody's responded, how to fix that, because I don't think I'm explaining it right. All right, let's see. We go there. No one showed. That's what I said. Trump. This happens almost every day. When they don't have anything to say, they put up articles like this. Trump panics again when no one shows at trial. Nobody has to show it. The people that have to be there are there. If the people that were supposed to be there didn't show up, then you got a problem. And Trump's upset with Melania because she won't help at the trial because she doesn't want to end up being in the wrong place. Let me tell you something. She's got her own problems, and I don't think they want them out there. He gave a bad interview. He gets a bad interview time you talk to him because he can't answer the questions you ask. That's why I don't think it's a good idea for Biden to debate him because he gives he doesn't give him the opportunity to answer the questions. He'll answer a different question and he'll go off on a tangent about this, that, and the other. You stole my election or some such bullshit like that. And what he wants to do is to prove that Biden is unstable, too old to be there. He wants to prove to him that he's doesn't have the temperament for it. I can tell you, he debates me, he's going to find out real quick. I don't have the temperament to put up with his bullshit because I'll go across the room and smack the shit out of him. That fat piece of crap, can't stand him. What else is going on? Anything? I don't know. Let's see this news. What's this say? You see, you get all these websites coming up that say like 5-minute news, Farron, Caracol. Oh, sorry, that's for the Spanish stuff. But they come up and they tell you, he's got this, that, and the other thing. I don't know. I give up. and most of this stuff like Fair and Balanced is a couple of days old. He's never really on top of things, or at least if he is, they don't get posted right away. I don't know whether he goes through an editing process that I probably should go through too, but he doesn't. You know, I just get mine up there. I don't know what his deal is. You know, he's his own sponsor because he has a dog. It's like, you know, rescue dogs and things like that, which I have no problem with. My dog's a rescue dog. I rescued her. I rescue every animal I've had in the last 30 years, 40 years. I think that's just the way to go, you know. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's what I do. I'm not interested in paperwork, you know, purebred paperwork and everything like that. If my dog had paperwork, he'd be worth about $8,000. He's got no paperwork. She's just as far as anybody's concerned, she's just some dog out of a shelter. That's what I want. All right, I can't find anything else to really talk about right now. So as you can tell, because I'm sitting there mumbling and everything else, and no one cares what I'm saying. So all right, I'm out of here. All right. I doubt it'll happen by the end of the day, so I'll see you tomorrow.